Collini Martini and his viewers would hold several rounds of the game mode Siege within Guts and Black Powder. The group would set the world record of reaching round 36 in the fields. I wanted to beat this record. Over the past couple of months, I figured out the fastest and most efficient method of doing so: Lai Sant. A few reasons why this is the map to go for records on is because players don't spawn far from cover unlike most of the other Siege maps. Maps like Fort Winston and Hugomon require you to walk a lengthy distance in order to get to a vantage point. In the fields, there's literally no cover unless you have a sapper to create buildings. Another reason is that bots tend to get stuck on various objects a lot and will occasionally force you to go out and hunt them to continue to the next round, which is very risky. Since Lai Sant has less debris to get stuck on, it's less likely that you'll have a huge group waiting around the corner mowing you instantly if you try to finish them off. Lai Sant still has its problems, but it still provides good cover if you're picking off the stragglers. You can also condense a lot of groups into a single spot in order to wipe out a good majority of them, while also having pikers fend off the barricades. There are two main tactics you can employ on this map. The first tactic is that you can stay within the two-story apartment and have a bunch of pikers and seamen wipe out all the French soldiers trying to enter. If the first floor gets compromised, the second floor proves extremely useful as a good holdout section. Drummers and sappers are necessary. Second tactic: hide within this specific part of the rooftops. This is actually a lot more safer than the first tactic, as all 4 spawn points force the bot to gather in the courtyard, allowing you and everyone else to peek for a couple of seconds, bait the soldiers into aiming, and then wiping out all of them one by one. It's slightly slower and actually has a drawback. The longer the game goes on, the bot pathfinding can become inconsistent. Bots spawning within the tree fields have a chance to instead round through the back corner and snipe everyone hiding within the area. For a while, I enforced the second tactic. We came to round 30 twice, but the bot pathfinding ruined both attempts. After that, I would take a break from trying to achieve a new record. Fast forwarding to January 22 of 2025. We tried one more time, but we instead stuck to the first tactic. We altered the tactic a little bit. Instead of starting out on the first floor, I decided it would be a lot more safer to hold off in the second floor, and this worked tremendously. We got through a couple of rounds just fine. But then someone noticed something. They had quote-unquote infinite grenades. This is a bug exclusive to version 0.14 and in the Siege game mode only. If you manage to survive one round without changing your class while having grenades in your inventory, you get 35 more grenades instead of 1. You won't get a limit as to how many grenades you're allowed to have either. It doesn't matter whether or not you used a grenade in the previous round, you're gonna get 35 grenades. Sadly, this bug doesn't apply to tar bottles. With this knowledge in mind, we decided to use it to our advantage.
Fix is just right here, bro. You're freaking with it.
Dude, oh my god, there's so much stuff here.
We knew this attempt would be considered illegitimate, but we didn't care. And so we would hold off 35 rounds using this bug. I actually had to leave mid-session in order to record the Roscoff speedrun video, so shout out to Piggly for holding off the French soldiers with just 9 other people for 10 rounds straight.
Yeah, it's the magic word, bro. It's the magic word, bro. It's magic word.
I don't believe in magic, bro.
By the way, what should we even call this strategy?
Fuck the FBI.
Call this the Ant Frank.
Fucking freak.
Oh, hell no.
In the end, while we did manage to surpass the record and reach round 40, the legitimate record is still round 36 by Collini Martini. If you would like to participate in more events like these with me, join my Discord server linked in the description of this video. You can also watch Collini Martini's videos regarding his own Siege sessions. Do check him out.
We did it. Well, it doesn't matter. We did it. Okay, well done, everyone. Well done. Good job.